about 150 yards south-southwest. Special ops. If we don't make it through this, you tell my wife I love her. We've been through a lot together. Basic training, buds, Army, Airborne, Rangers. We've done it all together, but we've never been in an operation like this before. Recon is just, it's a different animal. Our position's been compromised. They're coming this way. Are you ready? You got your 300 Blackout rifle. This is the best thing we have right now for long distance engagements, but keeping our sound signature down low, all right? Take your shots and make them count. Use them sparingly. Too many shots will give away our position. All right?
Is it time? It's time to use the chicken wing.
We're gonna flank right. 3, 2, 1. Flank, flank, flank.
Ataque flanco esquerdo!
Soldier! Talk to me. Where'd you get hit? Where'd you get hit?
It's in my butthole.
A butthole?
Yeah.
A butthole?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to suck out the poison.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right? All right, we're gonna stuff the wound. You ready?
No.
No. You ready?
Oh, no. No.
As you get up, stay in the fight. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stay in the fight. Bunch of commie Soviet bastards. Feel the wind. See it blowing around you. Feel it inside of you. I can't do it. Feel the wind inside of you. I'll shit myself. I can't do it. You must, if that's what it takes. What's up, guys? Jake with Team Tattoo. Coming with another special video. Today, we're looking at a special AR build. This is a 300 Blackout build that I put together on the cheap that I want to show you and talk about today. We built this thing from the ground up for subsonic ammunition. This is something that is very special to me. I've always kind of been interested in 300 Blackout. So today we're going to go over all the specs and features, all the things that we've attached to it, all of the choices that we've made. And we're going to let you see how she does. 300 Blackout, it's a very special specific round developed by Q. This was a round that was made to fit in a standard AR-15 lower receiver, but they wanted a round that could basically come out of a shorter barrel, be subsonic if need be, and also maintain accuracy at longer distances. So Q came up with 300 Blackout, and everybody lived happily ever after.
You mean like James Bond Q?
No, just Lair Q. Yeah,
like
kind of.
You mean like QAnon Q?
No. I know I'm a little bit late to the party. A lot of people have already done 300 Blackout builds, but this is one that I've really always been fascinated by. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I need a sword to go along with my shield.
So 300 Blackout, the way I see it, it's kind of like the equivalent of preferring like a dark ale, a dark beer. You know, in the world of guns, it's kind of one of those rounds. It's more of a niche thing. Not for everybody. A lot of people may not care for it because it's a little bit more of an expensive caliber and it's a little bit more nuanced. It's very specifically made for close range CQB rifle setup, but also capable of shooting big boy fat rounds down range at longer distances from a shorter barrel. Because of all that, the bullets out there, they're all over the place as far as bullet weights go. You know, like with 9, you got 115, 147, 124 for the most part.
Some fairly standard things.
Yeah,
across
there's a few variances, but when it comes to 300 Blackout, especially when you're not focused on subsonic and trying to do supers, you're gonna find bullets at all kinds of different weights. We will do a follow-up video discussing that further and talking about these different bullet weights and testing them out through this particular setup. But today we're just talking about the rifle itself. You know, if you're like me, you've probably played a lot of Call of Duty and Battlefield and stuff, and having the idea of a little short pistol, this is an AR-15 pistol, by the way, having something like this is kind of just definitely tactic cool. A lot of your more expensive brands out there are just a little bit too high of a price point to justify buying a pistol in this case at such a high price point for such a niche setup. Well, you can get this in SBR or 16-inch rifle or really anything, but I chose to do pistol because time of filming it's still okay. I did a lot of research on what would be the best setup. My 3 main concerns was, number 1, it needs to be reliable. You have to decide, are you going to go subsonic? Hey, focus here. Hey, it's up here. Are you going to do subsonic or supersonic? The second thing you need to consider is, are you going to put a suppressor on it or not? A lot of times people will build out a 300 Blackout rifle or pistol in this case. They may intend to shoot supers out of it with a suppressor, but then let's say they try to go without suppressor and shoot subsonics for whatever reason. I don't know why you'd want to do that. They've had issues with cycling and ejection and all that stuff to where it wasn't able to actually do it. I knew I wanted to make this subsonic. I knew I wanted to put a suppressor on. I wanted to go full tactical build. Speaking of cute, they've obviously got their 300 Blackout Honey Badger build. That's literally a $3,000 AR pistol, or in their case, SBR. That's about the same size and dimensions. Yeah, that's too much money for what I was trying to do. I live in East Tennessee, I'm poor. I wanted to get something reliable that was gonna be just as good, at least for my needs, and see how she does.
And this one fit the bill.
Now, with all this being said, 300 Blackout may not be for you. It's not for everybody. And there's going to be some people that will justifiably argue that it's pointless to have a 300 Blackout because of the price per round and the nuances of the circumstances you might need this. That being said, I kind of have a problem, and that's that I really need all the things. So this is it. This is filling one of those things I need. So starting with just a tip here, we have a rugged Razor 7.62. Obviously this is their 30 cal can. So we went with this one because they've got a pretty cool taper system here that actually helps kind of keep the suppressor on, but also reducing the amount of gas blowback you might have. We have this in an 8.5-inch barrel because according to all the internet lore, 8.5 inches seems to be the right length while still maintaining good accuracy and velocity from longer distances. Now this is a Bear Creek Arsenal side charging upper receiver. We are empty, of course, as you see there. 2 reasons why I went with the side charging handle. They do offer a typical traditional AR with the charging handle back here, but there's 2 reasons why I chose the side charging handle. Number 1, it just looks f***ing cool. But the second and more, honestly, the more realistic reason why I got this side charging handle is because, do you see these holes here? You might be able to look and see that there's some residue still where we were firing it. These are actually like port holes, like vent holes right there. The main problem you typically see whenever you're suppressing a rifle setup in a larger caliber like this, for example, is you get more gas blowback in your face than a toilet at Taco Bell. So the cool thing about these port holes here, these vent holes in the bolt carrier, is they kind of limit that effect. You can actually fire this rifle and no gas blowback hitting your face at all. It's great. I love that. Yep. And that's kind of why I really went with the side charging handle with these portholes and everything built in. It's a good setup.
It did work out nicely.
Part of that is also back here. You'll see that little knobby knob right there. I can't really take it off and show you because YouTube doesn't like it, but basically you can untwist that or twist it to tighten it. There's a rubber little seal, like a little rubber washer, that actually helps seal off the gas from blowing back into your face here. This is usually the typical point that you have that problem.
Fancy!
Where the charging handle would be. The plus side is that it costs like $220. The downside is there's not enough MOE slots to attach stuff. They only, now again, this is for the 8.5-inch barrel, so roughly this handguard's what, like 7 or 6 inches, something like that. You'd think 6 inches is all you really need, but the problem is they don't give you any more holes, any more slots here to actually attach stuff for their back, especially this sling attachment point. There are holes right there. That was the only place I could really put that. So the downside to the upper is you don't have as many MOE slots as you could have if they just simply say milled this out or milled one out down here You could simply remedy that with a Dremel tool. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Now, I've heard some people complain that with these Bear Creek Arsenal uppers that sometimes these screws are loose, sometimes it'll twist and everything from the handguard piece and this actual piece here. I've not had any problem with that so far. Obviously, the easy solution would be just to simply get some Loctite and cut that out real quick. But so far, like I said, we've not had any issue with it. We have up here Magpul flip up sight on the front and rear there, of course, as one does. We can also have a Valhalla tactical flashlight. Now, this is a very cool flashlight. You've seen it before on the channel. It's got this nice little omnidirectional activation button. You can essentially activate it from any angle. You can also push it and it'll actually stay on, so you can keep it like that too. You know, in my flat range LARPing fantasy, I'm going to clear some shit. I can have my finger right there and turn it on and off as I go as I need to, without negligently discharging the flashlight. That being said, you can go with any light that you want. This is just the one I happen to have laying around. Use what is best for you. Now, like I said, the sling attachment point here, that's a huge issue I have. It doesn't block my reticle, you know, for this EOTech I've got here, or my flip up sights. It's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one change. Like move these screws right here, you know, and just put it right there. Moving back here, we've got an EOTech that does a nice co-witness with the Magpul backup sights. If I had the shorter EOTech, the XPS, I'd probably go with that, but I've only got a 512, so you know, this is what we got. Moving further back, you'll see where the side charging handle is. We've actually got a little Allen wrench bolt right there. The only problem I have with the upper receiver is that in order to take the bolt carrier group out, you have to unscrew this. You can't actually take out the bolt carrier group for cleaning and stuff unless you take an Allen wrench and unscrew the handle first. That is one major drawback to it. We've got standard CMMG AR controls here. We've got standard bolt release there, nothing special. We've got Palmetto State Armory's 3.5 pound trigger because, hey, if you're gonna go with a Palmetto State Armory lower, you might as well use your trigger as well. This is the PSA 3.5 pound trigger, but I'll just let you get a quick sneak peek of the trigger there. Ooh, whoa. Quick break.
Limit break.
Reset.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? And then pull. Instantly at the wall.
Did you even move your finger?
Seems like I didn't, but I did. Full pull here again. You pull it, and you're pulling 3, and it just breaks instantly. There's no like take up to it. It just goes straight to the wall. And then when you reset, a little reset pull there.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, you can actually see the travel from the angle I'm at now.
See that?
Yep.
There's no pull. There's no,
well, isn't that fun?
Yeah, just right there at the wall.
There's no slack. There's no tolerance.
Yeah, what do we call it? There's no take up.
Yeah.
You're right there at the wall instantly.
Yeah.
So I really like this trigger. Granted, you can use any trigger you want.
How do you feel about it, Travis?
Granted, you can use any trigger that you want. This is the trigger I chose because I want to kind of keep it consistent with PSA, PSA trigger, PSA lower, and so on. Bear Creek Arsenal upper, but you know, for reasons that we discussed already. We've got a mismatching trigger guard there. The reason for that is because that's literally what I had laying around what I could find at the store. For some reason, they didn't have Blackout. I don't know why.
It's the only way we can find it in the darkness.
We've got a Hogue rubberized grip. We've used this on other ARs, but I feel like this might be the right place for it. We've actually got a pistol brace. This is actually from Titman. I took this off my Titman Arms M422 that we've got. I took it off and stuck it on here because, you know, despite pistol braces being okay, they're kind of hard to come by right now. So I just took one off of my other AR pistols and stuck it on this one because I want to be able to have that sling attachment point. Moving on to the sling itself, this is the El Cheapo Amazon sling. I think I paid maybe 30 bucks, probably more like 15 or 20 for it. Probably. It gets the job done though. The buffer tube and all that stuff, the buffer and spring, it's just your standard mil-spec buffer spring and buffer and all that. This is actually some other stuff I bought. I have it paired up to a PSA meme lower, Let's Go Brandon lower that they put out a while back. I did pay $60 for this lower and I'm okay with that. Is the meme still alive and well? I think so. At least alive and well enough to put on this. There's actually a philosophy of why I picked this lower out. That guy ties into the whole build of this rifle itself. I purposely built this just to piss off the Democrats with all of the things I thought they might hate. Suppressor, short, scary. What the f?
Oh God, we're all dead.
If you've ever had the front sight post break off and fly off of your Magpul in-bus sights,
By itself.
go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Wow, okay.
Self-destructing, that way the enemy can't use them.
I do have another one at home, but I've just never had that happen before. And this is literally, I just put them on for the first time today. The main reason why I built this rifle with the meme lower here is because I purposely built it just to piss off the Democrats. We're talking a suppressed AR pistol with a short barrel, 8.5 inches, with a scary tactical light and scary tactical flip-up sights, and EOTech. I mean, that looks pretty militaristic, right? Sling, rubberized grip, pistol brace. I mean, short of the forced reset trigger being installed, this is pretty much everything they don't like. And because of that, I like it.
And because of that, God smote you and sent your sight flying.
Yeah, so we've shot probably about 300 or 400 rounds through this, just at various points in time. We've always been bringing it out here at the range to try it out. I think this might be close to the final form after I replace the front sight there. This might be the final form. I like the EOTech. I like the backup sights when they work and not break off. I like everything kind of the way it's set up with this particular build. If you don't count the EOTech, if you don't count the suppressor, if you don't count the flashlight, if you just count the basic rifle upper and lower receiver, like I said, you're looking at about maybe 300 bucks, maybe 400 bucks if you put on a budget-friendly red dot and flashlight and stuff on there. You're never going to find budget-friendly suppressor, but I mean, the rest of it you can get reasonably priced. One main issue we've had, and this is a very common problem with subsonic ammunition, especially through here Blackout, is that it tends to ricochet quite a bit.
Oopsie poopsie.
Yeah, so we had to kind of shoot a little bit less for our theatrical intro than we typically would, because we kept hearing stuff getting hit like, Daddy!
Whoa, I heard a ricochet really close.
We are very concerned about safety here, but we just felt concerned that there was a chance that maybe there was a ricochet issue.
To put it succinctly, when involving live firearm fire, we seek an environment of control and reduction of variables as much as possible in order to provide the safest environment for not only ourselves, but those in our community.
So keep that in mind. If you ever decide to go subsonic, the bullets don't really disintegrate. We're being careful. I suggest you be careful too. That being said, it's still f***ing badass. I still love this rifle build. I just need to acquire some land that we could possibly shoot on, which we might here in the near future.
Do you like it enough to marry it?
No.
Oh.
I love my wife. All in all, I like it. We've, like I said, put about 200 or 300 rounds through it so far. I haven't even cleaned the thing yet. That'll be fun to do when I have to take that bolt carrier out. But overall, I like it. We will do some more shooting. I think we might have to shoot at some other locations though, just to be real safe-like. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below, have you ever had any issues with subsonic, possibly ricocheting? That seems to be a thing that I wasn't aware of until we tried it out. So I am going to probably do a 1,000-round review on this.
You won't do it.
No, I will.
No, you won't. There's not 1,000 rounds of 300 Blackout on this earth.
Well, there probably won't be if this Israeli shit keeps happening. Get that elbow up there, boy. Get that chicken wing up there. Smells like KFC. Oh, yeah. Let people see it. Let people know what you're all about. You speak your truth. Get that shit off here. Guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Not down there. What do you think about this 300 Blackout build? Is there anything I could change or do better with it? Love to hear from you. We will see you next time.
I'm gonna get it today. I'm getting it
I'm
today.
gonna get him.
Oh, yeah, let's both get him. Get it!
I'm responding.
I'm gonna try to suck out the poison. Okay?
Okay.
All right? We're gonna stuff the wound, okay? You ready?
Oh, no! No! Grab my ankle.
Are you ready?
Yeah.